Okay, welcome to yoga. Today we are going to attempt to miss the wrists and we're going to throw in some strength just for fun. Okay, so let's get started. Um, I am going to say that we're going to get started on a block. Sit down, get comfortable. Okay, so get rid of that fleshy part at the bottom. Get rid of it, find the bones and plant them down. Sitting up nice and tall. Now, I'm not going to teach you how to sit, but thinking about your posture just for a moment, maybe the first time in your whole day you checked out your posture. So just thinking about shoulders being stacked over the hips, thinking about that core being what's going to keep you nice and stable. Thinking here about the space where the shoulders are. So if they're up by the ears, just encourage them back and down so that they can find a little bit of space between the ears and the shoulders. Thinking about growing tall through the crown of the head. Find that really nice long neck. Find your inner swan. Okay, so we're going to start with some even breathing. We're just going to bring ourselves into the space where we can just do a little bit of yoga, a little bit of self-care. So close off the eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. And we're going to take our even breathing. Now, remember, if my breath pattern doesn't work with yours, then find your own. That is fine. So here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allowing the breath to calm, finding its normal rhythm. Notice the space that you occupy. If you started to just drift forward, if you have, see if you can get yourself stacked over your hips. Your next inhale, grow tall through the crown of the head. See if you can really lengthen the spine. And then just think about an intention that you might want to set for today's class. Whatever that might be, it doesn't matter. Hold it there, just in your mind's eye. Okay. From here, let's take that right hand down, sweep the left arm up, reach up out of the socket, really stretch here. Feel that length all the way down that left side body, all the way up to the fingertips. Right elbow comes in towards the body, sweep that left arm over. Pause here, take an inhale. As you inhale, reach the left hand over, separate those ribs, find that lovely stretch down the left side body. Okay, exhale, come back up. Left hand comes down, right arm lifts up. Find that length through that right side body, reach up through the fingertips. Take an inhale, reaching that right hand over to the left hand side. Find that lovely gap, the stretch between the ribs. Lovely deep inhale, finding the ribs beginning to crack open. That left elbow comes in towards the body, rolling that left shoulder back, find space. Coming back up to center. Okay, from here, take both arms high, reach up towards the ceiling, gaze up towards the ceiling, bringing the chin up as well. Find some lovely length through the throat. Okay, from here, let's take the gaze back to neutral. Bring the hands over to the right-hand side. Keep those sit bones anchored down. The obliques on that left side are going to have to work really hard to keep you stable. Bring the hands back to center, take the gaze up, find that lovely opening through the throat. Gaze back to neutral. Take the hands over to the left-hand side. Again, find the work through the obliques on the right, keeping you nice and stable. Coming back up to center. Okay, from here, take the hands down. We're going to switch those legs out. Okay, slightly more even this way. Okay, from here, let's walking those fingertips forward. Come down onto the forearms. Push down through the forearms so we can find a little bit of space through the shoulders. Take an inhale, thinking about lifting, thinking about lengthening. Take an exhale, slide the hands away from you. Take an inhale, bring the arms back, slide them in. As we exhale, slide them away again. Last one here. Take an inhale, draw the elbows back in, push down through the forearms. As you exhale, move the hands away. Take a moment here. We're going to walk the hands over to the right-hand side. Can we take the left hand on top of the right, drop that left shoulder ever so slightly. Then move the hands all the way back through center. Take an inhale here, let's lift. Find length through the spine, grow as long as you can in a swan, and then exhale, lower down. This time, take the hands over to the left side. Take that right hand, place it on top of the left hand, and then just drop that right shoulder ever so slightly. Okay, let's walk the hands back through center and then all the way up. All right. From here, take the hands to the back of the head, interlace those fingers, elbows towards opposite walls. We're going to drop the right elbow, lift through the left side. Come back to center, left elbow drops, right elbow lifts. Back to center, this time elbows come in, hug the head, drop the chin towards the chest, begin to round down through the spine. Thinking about our seated cat-cows here. Coming all the way back up, stack each vertebrae. Come up, as we're up, open those elbows out, squeeze through the shoulders, lift the gaze, chin lifts towards the ceiling. All the while keeping control. Okay, let's go again. Head back to neutral. Right elbow drops down, left elbow lifts. Switch out, left elbow drops, right elbow lifts. Back to neutral from here. Let's take the gaze up towards the ceiling. And then drop chin towards chest, elbows hug the head, roll down through the spine, take your time. Stop at a point where you feel like, yeah, that's enough. We want to feel the stretch of the skin over the spine. And then beginning to come all the way back up, stack each vertebrae, come up, roll out like a beautiful worm. Snail, open those elbows out, lift through the chin towards the ceiling. Think about lifting the chest. Okay, nice, come back. Let's drop the hands. From here, let's get rid of the block for a moment. Take that right leg away. Extend through the heel. If you know that you're really tight through the hips, then use the block, okay? It's fine, use the block instead. If you've got a strap, now's a good time to grab hold of it. But before we do that, we're just going to play around with just a little bit of strength, just for fun. So take the hands to the hips. We're going to see if we can lift that right heel off of the floor and lower down. It's quite a lot of work going in there, okay? See if we can go again. Just lift that right heel and lower. You'll feel it in that hip flexor on that right side, okay? Here we go, last one. Lift through that right heel and lower, okay? We're going to work into here. That left forearm is going to come down behind you, not the wrists. Sweep that right arm all the way round. Lift the hips. Push down through that left forearm. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Right arm comes back to wherever is comfortable, finding opening through the front body. Maybe pushing down the pinky edge side or the toes of the right foot. Keep breathing. Come all the way back around. Lovely. Okay, this time, let's hook the foot with the strap. We're going to draw that strap in towards the body, so bring those elbows in towards you. We're going to take that inhale, making sure the body is over the top of that right leg, and then begin to exhale and fold over that right leg, okay? It doesn't matter where you are. If you're here and you feel the stretch, perfect. If you're laying with your nose to your toes, perfect. It doesn't matter. We want to find a lovely long spine and we want to feel the stretch down the back of the leg, and that is what we are searching for. It doesn't matter what it looks like. With every inhale, see if you can lift a little, find a little bit more length through the spine, and then exhale, come down just a little bit lower. Pausing it wherever is comfortable. When you're ready, release the strap and just take a forward fold. So that might mean you start to round through the spine. Take a moment to enjoy that stretch across the back, really finding that stretch where the spine is pushing against the skin. And then slowly coming up, seeing if you can start to round up through the spine, coming back. Okay, this time we're going to swap the legs. So the right foot comes into the inner left thigh. Move the strap over because you know where you're going to want it. Sitting on those sit bones, get rid of that fleshy part of the bum if it's crept back in. Okay, we're going to find that strength through the hip flexor. So we're just going to lift through that left leg and lower. Maybe one side is a little bit stronger than the other. Maybe not. If you need to use hands, that's okay. All right. We're going to lift through that left side again and lower. Last one, here we go. Let's lift through the left side. God, the core is really working here. And lower. Okay. From here, right forearm is going to place down, no wrists. Sweep that left arm all the way around. Find an opening through that front body. So that left arm comes wherever is comfortable. Squeeze the glutes to push the hips forward and up. And then start to think about that left foot, maybe pushing down through the toes. Keep breathing here. And then sink the bottom down, coming all the way back round. Your strap is in position, perfect. From here, just grab hold of that strap, draw those elbows in towards the body. Think about lengthening through the crown of the head. Find that beautiful long spine you know you have. Okay, from here, start to fold over. So we're going to make sure that belly's out of the way. Imagining the chin coming towards the big toe. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen, exhale, hinge from the hips, toes pointing towards the ceiling. If you have the tendency to start to round, I can spot that I'm doing it. Come up a little bit higher, okay? It doesn't matter where you are. You want to feel that stretch down the back of the legs. Okay, from this point, drop the strap. Take a round over that left leg to a point that is comfortable for you. And then nice and slowly just begin to round up through the spine. Unravel yourself. Okay, from here, we're going to lay on our backs because we're not going on the wrists. Okay, use your block, pop your block between your knees. We're going to be working the abductors, so we want to squeeze the block, okay? Check, prod them, prod your inner thighs, make sure they are strong. We're going to lower back onto the mat, tickle the back of the heels so that you know you're roughly in the right place. And then coming up very slowly, just start by just hinging, just gently rolling the bottom off the mat. Core has to work hard, lower back pushes down into the mat. Don't forget to squeeze that block, okay? We don't want it just hanging out there. We want to actively be working against it. So just some pelvic tilts, just rolling the bottom up and down. Really squeezing the glutes, really squeezing the inner thigh. Okay, let's come up a little bit higher now. Up to the midpoint of the back, lower down, keep squeezing. Let's lift up just a little bit higher this time. And lower. Okay, up towards the shoulders, all the way up. So we get to the point where we are in our bridge. Squeeze the glutes, lift them towards the ceiling, or our hips lifting towards the ceiling. Squeeze that block between those thighs. Drop the bottom down and squeeze to lift. We're going to go for 10 of these, but you need to be squeezing. So here we go. Let's lower down. Squeeze to lift. Take that weight into the heels. Really push down. Okay, you've done one. Here we go. For 2. For 3. For 4. For 5. For 6. Are you still squeezing? For 7. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, stay there. See if you can lower each vertebrae all the way down. Once you're down, draw the knees in towards you. I'm going to pop the block to the side of us. Make sure that those knees are coming in towards the shoulders. Take a moment. Maybe some small circles on the lower back. Just releasing any tension that might have been gathering. Okay, let's take it in the other direction. Okay, from here, take the feet flat. We're going to head straight back into bridge. Tickle the heels, make sure that you set yourself up. We're going to come all the way back up to our bridge. We know what our bridge should look like. Okay, we want to keep the hips level. Let's lift through the right leg. We're going to take some circles with the right toes, okay? So we're thinking about a pen extending through your big toe. The bigger the circle, the harder your glutes on the right side's going to have to work. We want to keep the hips level. Can we take it back the other way? One way definitely feels easier than the other. Keep pushing down through the heel of that left foot. Okay, ready to swap? Right foot comes down. Get yourself back in your position. Make sure you're nice and stable. Here we go. Keep the knees and hips in alignment. Keep the hips nice and level. Left leg lifts this time, okay? Thighs are still side by side. I mean, there's a gap, but that's okay. We're going to take some circles with that big left toe now. I don't know about you, but this is taking quite a lot of concentration. A lot of strength going on here. Okay, switch it up, take it in the opposite direction. Goodness me, this feels very challenging for me. Maybe it's just my coordination. Or the glitter tights, they're quite distracting. Okay, last circle, here we go. Take that left foot back down. Re-establish your bridge in case your bridge started to crumble. And then slowly begin to take each vertebra back down. Take a moment here Decide whether you want to take some windscreen, wipe the knees from side to side, or if you would much prefer to take the knees in and take little circles on the lower back. Find your adjustment, whatever you need to decompress. Okay. From here, we are going to rock and roll the spine. Take a moment to feel into that. Got a fun little challenge coming your way. Are you ready? You're going to come up onto the tiptoes and we're going to balance. All right. So hovering here for a moment, thinking about sitting back onto the heels, find that stretch on the underside of the feet. Okay, right hand is going to come down, left arm is going to lift. Take a side opener here. Begin to find that stretch through that left side body. If you've got a little bit more space for it, think about taking the gaze up towards the ceiling. Okay, let's switch out. Left hand's going to come down. If you can't reach the floor, then use a block. That right arm can sweep all the way over the top. Maybe taking the gaze up towards the ceiling. If you fall out, it's okay. We get back in. It doesn't matter. Okay, coming back up. Seeing if we can balance. All right, we're going to push up towards the ceiling. So come up to standing, push down through the toes. Find your way up to standing. Really nice job, well done. Okay, walk out those legs. Remember what they feel like to get a little bit of movement back into them. Okay, so we are going to start with that right foot forward. We're going to take a large step back with the left foot and we're going to take a bend into that front knee. So set yourself up in a high lunge, okay? We're going to play around just a little bit. None of this is wrists. Take your block to the top of your mat, roughly in line with your right foot. You're going to want that. So we're going to do a little bit of strength work. I'll take you through it. We're going to drop down through that back knee. We're going to hover, squeeze those glutes, solid as a rock, come back up. From here, we're going to move into a warrior three. From here, we're going to take that right hand down and open hips to the left side, finding our half moon. Okay, back into our warrior three, back into our high lunge. All right, we're going to do 3 on each side. We're going to need to focus. There's a lot of strength, there's a lot of balance, but I know you can do it. So setting ourselves up to begin with, okay, nice strong high lunge, push back through that back heel, nice strong back leg. Here we go. Bend through that left knee, hover, squeeze to lift, take flight into that right leg, hinge from the hips, keep the hips level. Take the right hand down, open the hips to the left side, maybe lifting through that left hand, keep that left leg lifting, find a half moon. Left hand back to hips, come back to your warrior three, micro bend through that right knee, find a high lunge. Okay, 2 more. I think we can speed it up though. Here we go. Left knee lowers, push to lift, warrior three, half moon, warrior three, high lunge. Okay, last one, here we go. Lower down, squeeze to lift, warrior three, half moon, warrior three, back into your high lunge. Drop that left knee down on top of the toes, okay? From here, I'm gonna get back without wrists. Take that right knee back to join left. Okay. Left foot comes forward. swap the block over, you know where we're going. We're going to tuck the back toes. We're going to use our core and we're going to push into our high lunge. Quite impressed with that. All right. Find that high lunge, get yourself nice and stable. From here, lower that back knee down. Squeeze to lift. Warrior 3. Left hand comes down, open hips to the right side, find your half moon. Warrior 3. Back into your high lunge. Okay, 2 more. Nice and strong. Lower that back knee down. Squeeze the glutes. Lift. Warrior 3. Left hand comes down, open the hips, find a half moon. Warrior 3 again. Back into your high lunge. All right, last one, here we go. Lower down. Squeeze to lift. Warrior 3. Ooh. Okay, left hand comes down, open those hips to the right. Lift through that right arm if you want to. Half moon. Back into your warrior 3. I am not very stable today. And then find that high lunge. I like to think that if I'm all over the place, we're just having fun today. Okay, from here, all right, going to drop that back knee down. We're going to take that left knee to join the right. Okay, we're going to worm our way down. Okay, so entirely up to you how you get down, but we're going to come down onto our tummies. From here, let me move my stuff out of the way. We're going to take the hands in front of us. Obviously, the feet are trailing behind. We're going to draw the shoulders back into their sockets. So rather than stretching out, we want to think about really engaging through this here, okay? So we want to make sure that we are really squeezing those shoulders back into position. We're going to take the right arm off of the floor and we're going to take the left leg off of the floor. Think about squeezing through the glute. We want to lift that thigh if we can. It's okay if we can't. And we want to draw that right shoulder back into its socket, really thinking about those muscles that we're doing to engage it. We're going to lower. Then we're going to switch over. Left arm and right leg lift. Draw that left arm back into its socket. Squeeze that right glute, okay? And lower. Go to the other side. Right arm lifts, left leg lifts. See if we can do it with a little bit more finesse, okay? So thinking about each side as you lower and lift and lower and lift and lift and lift. Okay, one more on each side. Here we go. Let's lift and lower and lift and lower. Okay, hands are going to come behind us. All right, we're going to take an inhale as we begin to lift, lengthen through the crown of the head. We can lift the feet off of the mat as well. Draw those shoulders back and down. Find openness through the chest. And exhale, lower. Last one, let's take an inhale. Lift and lengthen, hands come back, shoulders are back. Really squeeze through the glutes. And lower, make a little pillow with the hands. Take the feet towards the ceiling, bending at the knees. Take a windscreen wiper with the legs from side to side. Okay. So this is going to be a fun thing that we're going to try next. Are you ready? We're going to roll over onto our side. All right, so we're on our right side. Extend that right arm away. Right this second, this looks very lazy, but it's about to be a little bit more fun. Use that left arm or left hand just for some stability. So barely any weight through it, but just almost like a counterbalance. If you're resting on the bony part of that hip, you'll likely just be kind of rolling backwards and forwards. What we're looking to do here is be nice and relaxed through the neck. We're going to lift through that left leg. Doesn't have to be high, but I'm already rocking. Push through that glute, okay? So we're thinking here about the glutes, not the maximus, not the chunky one at the back. We're thinking about the small ones on the side. So we want to just tap that, make sure it's engaged. We're looking here to now just bring that bottom leg up. So we don't want this left leg lifting really high. It's not going to help. So just a little lift on that left leg. Right leg is going to lift. You'll feel that in your core so quickly. Doesn't have to be a high lift. Drop the right leg, drop the left leg. Okay, we're going to go and do 5 on each side, all right? So here we go. Left leg lifts, right leg lifts. Right down, left down. That's 1. Here we go, let's go. Left leg lifts, right leg lifts. Right down, left down. Left leg lifts, right leg lifts. Right down, left down. 2 more to go. Left leg lifts, right leg lifts. Right down, left down. Last one. Left leg down, up. Right leg up. Can you move the hand away? I wonder if you can. Right leg down, left down. Nice. Okay. Roll over to the tummy. You know where we're going. We're going on the other side. So rolling onto the left side. Ooh. Left arm extends away. Find a comfortable rest for you. And then from here, stack the hips. If you notice that the hips are rolling backwards, we want them on top of one another, okay? That's why we're using that right hand as a bit of a counter. Okay, 5. That's all I'm asking for. It's not many. Let's lift through the right leg. Small lift, not a big one. Left leg comes up. Feel it in your core, or at least in your obliques. Left leg comes down, right leg comes down. 4 more to go. Here we go. Right leg lifts, left leg lifts, left down, right down. 3 more to go. Right leg lifts, left leg lifts, left down, right down. 2 more. Right leg lifts, left leg lifts, left down, right down. Last one, let's make it count. Right leg lifts, left leg lifts. We're going to move that front hand away. Can we do it? Left leg lift, lowers, and right leg lifts. Okay, nice. Roll onto the tummy. We're just going to windscreen wipe those legs from side to side. Just allow any tension that might have gathered in the lower spine, just to get rid of it. And I feel like we are really well set up for moving into a final savasana. So I'm going to ask you to roll over onto your back again. It's a very worm-like session today. Extend those legs away. Okay, we're just going to finish off with a happy baby, just because it always feels so nice. So thinking here as you bring knees in towards you, just allowing the length of the spine to tuck down on the mat. Take the hands to the outside of the feet or the inside of the feet, where it feels good, to be honest. Draw those knees in towards the armpits, having those knees roughly at right angles. Maybe if you find that you're a little bit tight through the hips, you can use straps to just grab hold of the feet instead of the hands. See if you can encourage those shoulders to be back and down. Find that lovely openness through the chest. Take some really nice, deep, full breaths here. Really feel that breath moving into the tummy. Feel the breath lift between the thighs. And then exhale, maybe a sighing breath out of the mouth, just releasing there. One more here. Take an inhale. Breathe right deeply into the belly. Exhale through the mouth, sigh it away. Then carefully bring the knees together. Just hug yourself in together. Think of it as like a reclined child's pose. Just allowing yourself to just melt down into the mat. And at this point, just make any movements that you need to in order to settle the body. I'm a big fan of small circles on the lower back. It always makes me feel good. But do what you need. Listen to your body. Okay. And then when you're ready, just take the legs long on the mat. Walk them away, walk those feet away. Or find a resting place that you are happy with. Okay. Just setting yourself up for a bit of relaxation. Maybe closing off the mind, closing off the eyes, removing any little bits of annoyances, maybe tickly hair. So today we're going to be looking at resting the mind. Sounds like a treat, doesn't it? So although you cannot always control the mind, you can certainly encourage it to be just a little bit more at ease. Learning to do this will help you respond rather than react to your thoughts and emotions. This practice gives you the opportunity to try and train the mind to slow down when it becomes overactive. Helps you practice ease and relaxation instead of perpetuating those difficult mental states. Finding a comfortable resting position. Removing any distractions and just allowing your breath to find its natural rhythm. Take a few deep breaths. Maybe count your breath in and try and equal it as you breathe out. Inhaling and filling the lungs completely. Holding the breath at the top just for a second or two and then exhaling slowly with control, emptying the lungs completely. Staying with that breath pattern. Recognizing that you cannot control every thought that arises. Connect with your intention just to relax the mind. And if thoughts are present, just leave them. Let them be. And offer yourself two simple phrases of kindness towards the mind. May my mind be at ease. May I be at ease with my mind. See if you can match those phrases with your exhale, offering one phrase at a time when you breathe out. May my mind be at ease. May I be at ease with my mind. May my mind be at ease. May I be at ease with my mind. Taking your last round of breath now. Gaining control of our thoughts is always important. Knowing how to ease the mind and encourage a sense of calm is one way in helping ourselves do this. I want you to take a moment to just revisit the intention that you set at the beginning of class today. Take a moment to sit with it before beginning to move back into the present moment. slowly beginning to move towards awakening the body. Small movements through the fingertips and through the toes. Becoming aware of the fabric of the mat touching your skin. Maybe take an inhale as you do, see if you can lift the arms above the head, maybe stretching out through the left side and then the right. Just pulsing from one side to another, becoming aware of the body that you occupy and all the amazing things that it allows you to do. And then when you're ready, slowly and carefully moving back up to a seated position, and I will be there.